So this is Updata Analytics running on Updata's energy feed, dedicated energy feed, and the key feature of the Updata energy feed is that we consolidate real-time broker prices from the European OTC energy brokers. And the simplest way to show you that is to actually just show you the dialog which forms the energy tree. So here we have brokers data from ICAP, from Marek Spectron, Talat Prebon, and we also have Griffin. So the ability to marry this data together into one consolidated feed. So Updata has this clever subscription where we subscribe you to the broker data based on the permission from the broker, and so then you automatically have that broker data available to you. So basically, when you choose a contract, let's look at something like German baseload. We choose that from the tree, and we also handle the continuation of the contracts as well. So that chart there is coming from the group of brokers consolidated into one chart, so it actually contains all their trades. So really quite a valuable thing, and Updata consolidates this history when we have over 6 years of data on pretty well any time frame. So we can look at the 60-minute chart, and this 60-minute data goes all the way back again 6 years. So that's great for backtesting, which we'll have a look at in a minute, and even right down to the 1-minute data. And of course, it's not a highly liquid market, but when you get all this 1-minute data, again, that gives you quite a lot of data. And when it comes to doing analysis, things like Updata's famous point and figure charts, that data basically can produce these charts that really requires quite a lot of tick data to be able to produce these charts and these automated targets. Very popular feature within Updata. So the time and sales here, we see the time and sales. We have various screens, composite views, and trade screens. Here's an example of forward curves. So this is again the brokers consolidated, and I can just see which contracts are up and down on the day. So that's also just quite valuable. So this ability really to just produce charts at the click of a button is again a really powerful feature within Updata. So you can double click anywhere and get the chart, and that chart data is that consolidated broker history. You can run of course Updata Analytics on Trayport, where you would get the similar data, but if you don't have Trayport, then or you need the longer histories, this is an ideal solution. And one of the really powerful aspects of Updata is that it runs on multiple data feeds. So here is a screen coming in from Thomson Reuters Icon. Here is a screen coming in from Bloomberg, and the system is running real time on all of these feeds. You can run on a whole host of different databases, so market terminals like Bloomberg or Reuters, trading platforms like Trayport. You can run on data feeds like Datagenic or LIM or Zima, and your own in-house data as well through the Integrate platform or Updata's energy feed. So there's a whole series of options that you can feed into Updata, so that makes it really, really powerful. And then when we get to the OTC data, then we can start to do quite powerful analysis. So here, for example, is a consolidated curves of the different products for MBP. So this is coming the prompt, the monthly, the quarterly, and the seasonals. And so this is just a great overview of that market. Here we see various gas products, so we have the daily history here, and again, if you want to see this MBP history and how that is correlated with, let's say, Brent crude, you can literally go and say, okay, I want to choose the historic correlation, go and choose the Reuters ticker you want, so you just switch to icon. It remembers the icon ticker, so that's quite convenient, and we can then choose our correlation period. And so this chart down the bottom is an historic correlation between MBP and Brent. and the Brent price coming from Icon, Thomson Reuters Icon, and the OTC price is either coming from your Trayport or in this case the Updata energy feed. And this becomes quite valuable for less liquid products when you want to look at where they are on the correlation curve, because you can keep an eye on the more liquid products. Of course, Updata's analytics, the sky really is the limit. We already saw that you can put trends and targets on any chart just by pressing a couple of keys, and many Updata users are familiar with that. All the usual studies that you'd expect, things like Fibonacci retracements, they're all there, and you can choose the different time frames of the data as well. So again, that's really powerful. We look at things like power prices, again all coming in on the consolidated energy feed, and because this data is long histories, that becomes really valuable when you want to start doing things like backtesting. So here's a backtest, for example, of a flip-flop stop loss, and what this says is that because power prices are falling, you use a long stop loss of only 0.75%, but the short stop loss can be 2.25%, meaning you can use the bigger stops in the down market, but you need to be quick and nimble in the upturns. And here we see the underlying price of German power, and the black line is the equity curve. And you can send these trades through to trading. Again, quite a valuable aspect. You can just say alert me based on this system, and you can send it through to trading. Various things that you can do if you are doing lots of backtesting and take the results out. You can look at the parameters, and this is the source code for the Updata language, and you can use C# or Visual Basic if you can code, or we'll code it for you, and we frequently get client requests for coding. A good example of this is one of our clients asked us, could we consolidate in one chart OTC MBP prices with the ICE MBP contract. So this is a custom code for merged contracts, and you'll find there's over 1,000 trading systems in our libraries, so you can actually see these custom indicators. So again, really valuable, and we'll program any indicators you want. In the system test library, there's a whole series of energy trading systems, for example, and again, a lot of those are being programmed on the basis of client requests. So that again is another feature within Updata that you can actually ask for things to be coded. So here there's over 50 energy trading systems based on gas flows, all sorts of data that you can actually use for creating your own trading systems for energy markets. So again, just a really powerful aspect of using Updata on this OTC data. You can also create all the spreads you want, and a lot of Updata users in energy do that, and you can create basically sparks, darks, cracks, other spreads you want. So if we just quickly create one here, we just literally go through the spread dialog. We add the electricity contract. I'll take that. This could come from Trayport. It could come from any system really, but Updata is one of the few places where you will find it is real time, so your spreads are in real time. You then can select a gas contract. So if I just take a gas contract, we can then take the emissions contract. So I can then just choose the ICE contract, and this data could come from Reuters, and then you can just create that chart, and straight away you have and it offers you the ability to create a custom ticker of it, because you may want to backtest this data, but this spark spread is effectively created from OTC data sets married with the exchange data. And of course, if you're creating dark spreads where you've got coal and dollars, you can then start to apply currencies as well, and the currencies could come from Thomson Reuters Icon or Bloomberg or wherever. So again, just a really valuable aspect. So why not give the Updata energy feed a try, see it for yourself, marry that Thomson Reuters Icon currency data or your crude data with the Updata energy feed, and see for yourself just how powerful that helps in trading energy markets.